when you work for somebody else or work for a company or whatever, they're the ones that are carrying all the headaches for you, and they've got the weight on their back, and you're just a soldier for them. But when you're on your own, man, it kicks like a mule,
Yeah.
Do something that you're passionate about. You want to wake up Monday morning, I feel like a lot of the planet wakes up Monday morning and they're like,
Yeah.
I gotta go to work, and if you do something that you love, obviously you don't get that feeling. Mind you, that comes at a price, because although you're doing something you love, like that doesn't mean that thing's going to be successful, and it comes with so much more stress.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Number one podcast in Winnipeg, Tool for Rise, another guest. Hit us with the beatbox, please. Please, can you please do one? No, okay. Hey.
Yes, sir. We got Jack in the building. Let's get this started, man. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Explain your role with Summer of Sound. Explain what you do.
I don't know how to answer the role part of things. Just kind of help out wherever I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest guy, so I'm like dad. Just make sure everything's like running smoothly. If I can help somebody with this or that or whatever, I'm there. And we work as a team, so everybody kind of does their part. And I don't have a specific role.
Sure. How long have you been part of Summer of Sound?
Long time.
Long time.
I don't even know who and I were sitting there trying to count back how many years it's been, but it's been a while. It's been a few years.
All right, let's get this. Let's take a back step here.
Yeah.
What inspired? Have you always been at Entrepreneurial Mindset, or?
I guess like a long time ago, I worked for the provincial government here, and in the mental health department. I did that for about just over 10 years, and I realized that wasn't for me. And at that point is where I kind of put on my entrepreneurial hat and decided to make a go and see if I could create an environment where I don't have to answer to anyone, and just kind of like follow my dreams, do what I want to do, and that's how all of that came about.
How long have you been in the entrepreneurial business world? And what was your first business?
So after I left the government position, I actually went to Costa Rica to open up a land development company.
Okay.
And it was kind of like it was a strange setup. It's not something that I went after. I just got some land because of a deal that had kind of gone wrong, and the person couldn't pay me the money that he owed me, so he forfeited some of this land. So I flew to Costa Rica to see this land that I now own, and made some friends there and everything. And they were doing land development, and I thought, like, this is pretty cool. First of all, Costa Rica is just an incredible country,
right?
And so I went there and just figured, okay, here's something that I can challenge myself with learning, and slowly started doing some land acquisitions and this and that, and then got into like master planning properties and cutting roads, this, that, whatever, and subdividing raw land and yada yada, and loved it. And so that was kind of like the first big shtick, and I lived there for years doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. So transition from Costa Rica to Winnipeg. What was that switch like?
Well, I was from Winnipeg to Costa Rica,
right,
and then back to Winnipeg. Yeah. So I'll be honest, in 2009 when we had the 2008.
Coin's taking it.
So when we had that major crash in the markets, I stuck around Costa Rica thinking, like, that was the first major crash in my adult life.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this thing's got to blow over, because we were selling land, homes, whatever to people who were second, third, fourth home buyers, primarily from North America. And all of a sudden it's like everybody stopped and everyone like screwed their wallets shut, and there was, it seemed like all the money fell off the face of the earth. So I stuck around there for about another year, thinking it's going to blow over, and it didn't. And I'm pretty sure you guys are aware that who and I are kind of like, it's my family.
Yeah.
And so who were saying, like, because I needed something to do. He needed something to do. So we said, why don't we open a club? Like, we didn't know anything about clubs. We just knew how to party.
Yeah,
And,
that's how it starts.
yeah, and so that's what happened. I was still actually I cut a check for it. I actually had to fly back to Costa Rica, and I came back for the opening, and that was Republic nightclub.
Yeah.
And so I came back, and funny enough, I met the love of my life, and she's the center of my universe. I think this is something that the city knows very well. Is like, my wife is everything to me, like literally everything to me.
That's so sweet.
And so then I flew back to Costa Rica, missed the shit out of her, and she actually ended up coming there. We spent about a month there, and we said, okay, let's just go back to Canada, and because there was nothing to do in Costa Rica. Came back, and anyways, the club thing turned into, like, Republic did really well.
Yep.
And then from there we went to open up another club, so on and so forth, and yeah.
Wow.
What were the biggest lessons? I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs, they have so much wisdom, and we only have, like, I know you're probably a busy guy today, so I just want to steal all that information for you. Like, what was some of the lessons that you learned while on this entrepreneurial journey?
There's just, honestly, guys, like, this would be a long conversation to sit there and go over, like,
Sure,
of
course.
all the lessons to be learned and stuff.
We'll have you on. We'll have you on a full one.
Sure. I would say, like, the things that I've learned would be to do something that you're passionate about. You know, you want to wake up Monday morning. Like, I feel like a lot of the planet wakes up Monday morning and they're like, I gotta go to work. You know, and if you do something that you love, obviously you don't get that feeling. Mind you, that comes at a price, because although you're doing something you love, like, that doesn't mean that thing's going to be successful, and it comes with so much more stress. You know, when you work for somebody else or work for a company or whatever, they're the ones that are carrying all the headaches for you, and they've got the weight on their back, and you're just a soldier for them. But when you're on your own, man, it kicks like a mule, you know? Yeah. So doing something that you're super passionate about, I'm one of these people that actually advocates for people to have partners. If you, a lot of people want to do things on their own. I'm all about partners. I think if you meet people that are like-minded, that can bring something to the table and whatever, why not? Because you're going to be that much stronger. Because I don't care how brilliant you might believe you are, or yada yada. Two minds are always better than one. You know, and so those are a couple of lessons in my entrepreneurial life that I learned. I don't know if that suffices.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
You're going to be at the Summer Sound event. You're going to be here next year, I assume. And we hope to be here as well. Thank you so much, Jack.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
no problem. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, make sure to check out Jack. We'll tag everything in the description. So.
Let's go. Love.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Jack.
See ya.